What's up, grinders? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be watching this video, Greenland's People and Languages Explained. Now you might be sitting there going, Evildea, why are you talking about Greenland? Are you going political? Is that what you're doing here? No, guys, come on. First up, I know I'm about a week or two or maybe 3 late to the whole Greenland thing, but it takes a while for news to get down to Australia. And then I heard America's purchasing or planning to purchase Greenland, and I was like, hey, hang on. Us Australians need to put a bid in. You know, we need somewhere less cold, so I want to counter offer whatever the Americans give. We'll give you 3 kangaroos and Perth. Okay, that's what you'll get. Anyway, let's find out what you guys actually got over there before we make a counter offer.
Greenland has been a hot topic recently. Everybody talks about it.
And we've got music. Music. It's always here to annoy me.
In this video, I will also talk about it, but I will cover a side of Greenland rarely discussed: ethnic groups and languages. Greenland lies in the North Atlantic.
You're telling me Greenland's bigger than both Canada and the US combined? Yes, we're definitely buying it.
Geographically a part of North America, but an autonomous territory within the Kingdom of Denmark. Despite being the world's largest island, its population is only around 56,000. But who are these 50?
Bro, we'll give you 1 kangaroo per person there, easy. Like I could go round them up myself. You want to get? You know what? We'll give you 2. 2 kangaroos plus you still get Perth.
56,000 people. Which languages do they speak? Where do they come from? Greenland is actually more diverse than one would think. Let's check out the island's population by citizenship. The residents of Greenland who hold Danish citizenship number 54,012, making up 95% of the population.
We'll give them a kangaroo as well.
Includes both the indigenous Inuit people and ethnic Danes, as well as people with mixed ancestry. Denmark does not collect ethnic data, but estimates suggest the Inuit population is around 50,000 and ethnic Danes around 4,000. The remaining 2,400 residents are foreign nationals, people who live in Greenland but do not hold Danish citizenship.
No kangaroos for them, okay? They didn't earn it.
They come from many different countries, most notably the Philippines. Not many.
That is so random. They come from many countries, most notably the Philippines. It's fucking the other side of the world. What the hell are the Filipinos doing over in Greenland? Oh, maybe they're trying to colonize it.
You know this, but Filipinos make up around 2% of Greenland's population. We will get into the foreign
It's crazy because Filipinos get everywhere, man. Like, we got them in the middle of the outback in friggin' Australia here as well. You got townships that are literally like half German heritage, half Filipino heritage. And you can see how it's happened, okay? It's basically you got half of the guys, German heritage, whatever, they've been here for a generation or two, and the other half are Filipinos because, well, the Germans, they went over the Philippines and got some women and brought them down to Australia. So the Filipinos, man, they get everywhere.
Nationals in detail later.
That was really dramatic, how she just kind of did a Thanos snap into disappearance then.
To understand Greenland's modern Inuit inhabitants, we must first look back at the ancient migrations that shaped this island. For over 4,000 years, waves of Arctic peoples crossed into Greenland from North America. The first were the Sakak, arriving around 2500 BC after migrating from Siberia through Alaska and Arctic Canada. These small mobile groups hunted seals and seabirds along Greenland's coast with stone tools. DNA from frozen Sakak remains shows they were genetically distinct from today's Inuit, instead related to Siberian peoples like the Chukchi and Koryak, who live in far eastern Russia today. The Sakak disappeared around 800 BC. The Dorset culture emerged around 800 BC, sharing deep genetic ancestry with the Sakak.
It always makes me fascinated, what makes someone go, you know what, I'm in a fucking cold place, Siberia, let's go to another really cold place. Why did they just decide to keep migrating to the east, just constantly through cold? Maybe it wasn't cold at that time, but I'm assuming it was.
Both belong to the Paleo-Eskimo tradition, the first wave of Arctic peoples. The Dorset built permanent winter houses and carved intricate bone figurines. Their settlements concentrated in Greenland's remote northwest. Around 1300 AD, the Dorset vanished. Around 1200 AD, an entirely different people arrived to Greenland. The Thule people migrated from Alaska, traveling eastward across Arctic Canada before reaching Greenland. They brought revolutionary technology: dog sleds, large skin boats called umyaks, and toggling harpoons for whale hunting. These innovations allowed them to establish larger coastal settlements. Genetic studies showed the Thule.
Jesus, that's made from whale bones. That's crazy, man, when you think about how big whales are.
Thule and Dorset did not interbreed. The Thule people completely replaced the Dorset. The Thule are the direct ancestors of today's Inuit, who now inhabit a vast territory stretching from Alaska through Canada to Greenland. Across this Arctic expanse, Inuits speak varieties of what linguists consider a single language divided along geographic lines. In Alaska, they speak Inupiaq. In Western Canada, they speak Inuvialuktun. In Eastern Canada, they speak Inuktitut. And in Greenland, they speak Kalaallisut.
Hey, if you speak any one of these languages, down in the comments section, let me know.
Also known as Greenlandic. These names reflect geography, politics, and standardization, not historical branching. All these varieties descend from the same ancestral language.
What is he wearing on his eyes? It looks like that, the guy from Star Trek. Or even the X-Men dude, you know, he's got that, he's gonna take it off, he's gonna laser you. Actually, is that like a type of sunglasses? Is that literally what that is? He's like wearing a bone with like a slit in it, so because it's just really bright there? That's the only thing I can think of.
These represent neighboring dialects in a continuum. Speakers in adjacent regions understand each other, but an Alaskan Inupiaq speaker and a Greenlandic speaker have a harder time communicating. All belong to the Inuit branch of the Eskimo-Aleut language family. The word Inuit means the people in these languages.
Man, they look so Chinese, it's crazy.
But this video focuses on Greenland, so let's examine the Greenlandic situation specifically. Greenland's Inuit population today numbers roughly 50,000. Their language, Kalaallisut, is written using the Latin alphabet. The alphabet consists of 18 letters. In 1973, Greenland reformed its spelling system to match how people actually speak, making the written language much easier to learn. Including Kalaallisut, 3 Inuit dialects exist in Greenland. Kalaallisut, or West Greenlandic, has about 50,000 speakers and serves as the official standard. Tunumisut, East Greenlandic, survives with around 3,000 speakers in isolated eastern coastal towns. Inuktun, North Greenlandic, has roughly 800 speakers in the northernmost settlements and is linguistically closer to Inuktitut, the Inuit language of eastern Canada, than to Kalaallisut. These 3 dialects differ in pronunciation and vocabulary. Kalaallisut speakers often cannot understand Tunumisut or Inuktun without exposure. However, Tunumisut and Inuktun speakers can understand Kalaallisut because they encounter it through media, schools, and government. Kalaallisut functions as the common language connecting all Greenlanders. Kalaallisut thrives in daily life. Children learn it as their first language. Primary schools teach primarily in Kalaallisut. It dominates radio, television, and newspapers.
That's kind of sick that they're still keeping it alive. And it's good to hear that.
In homes and streets, especially outside Greenland's capital city Nuuk, Kalaallisut is what you hear. Since 2009, when Greenland's government made it the sole official language, authorities have worked to strengthen its position. UNESCO still classifies Kalaallisut as vulnerable due to Greenland's small population and the dominance of Danish.
So are they trying to protect these other ones, the ones with 800 speakers and 3,000? Doesn't say.
In higher education and professional sectors. Tunumisut faces greater danger. UNESCO labels it endangered as Kalaallisut dominates institutions, leaving Eastern speakers with minimal support. Inuktun is the most threatened of all, classified as definitely endangered, given its 800 speakers and lack of institutional presence. Inuit culture embodies centuries of Arctic survival. Seal hunting remains central. Seals provide meat, lamp oil, and skins for clothing and boats. Here's a fascinating detail. 2 common English words come directly from Inuit languages. Kayak comes from Greenlandic kayak, the sleek hunting boats invented for silent approach to prey.
Oh, wow.
Igloo comes from Inuktitut igloo, meaning
Obviously.
house, referring to the snow block shelters built during harsh
Never would have crossed my mind that kayak came from it.
Arctic winters. Traditional clothing uses caribou and seal skin, engineered over generations to trap warmth in minus 40-degree temperatures. Communities still value country food: seal, whale, fish, birds, berries gathered from land and sea. Summer brings long hunting expeditions. Winter requires ice fishing and stored provisions. This subsistence lifestyle coexists with modern.
Why is all the footage black and white? If this lifestyle still goes today, why does this all look like it's from the 1940s? That's kind of strange.
Wage work, creating ongoing tensions between traditional practices and industrial schedules.
I'm guessing because it actually doesn't exist like this anymore. Or at least the few instances of it that does exist, it's not really recorded.
Hello, Kamnöpet. Markimi Katakapunga. Kala Lisiulu. Ili Niasunga. Kala Lisut Ukiotaso. Ili Niapunga. Neli Uslunga Luciano Siami. Kala Lit Nuna Takuyama Lunga Lugu. Isiumakapunga. Kala Lit Nuna Kusanato Yuso.
Why did they have footage from an actual native speaker of the language? Thanos snap his ass.
In 1721, a Norwegian-Danish missionary named Hans Evildea arrived in Greenland with his family and around 40 colonists. He had spent over a decade seeking permission and funding from the Danish-Norwegian crown to launch a mission to Greenland. His goal was to find descendants of the medieval Norse settlers who had mysteriously vanished from Greenland centuries earlier. He believed they might still be Catholic or even pagan, and he wanted to bring them into the Lutheran faith. Evildea found no Norse survivors. Instead, he encountered the Inuit people living along the coast. He established a Lutheran mission and trading post near what is now Nuuk, Greenland's capital.
Look at this training that he's got going on. Okay, guys, have a look. You see this? This big thing with like horns on his head? Yeah, he's gonna burn you in fire. You're all gonna die in fire. And they're gonna be like, oh, is it warm? That sounds kind of warm. I wouldn't mind some warmth, eh? Can we hang out with that guy?
This marked the beginning of Danish colonial presence in Greenland. Over the following decades, Denmark formalized its control. In 1776, the Danish government established a complete trade monopoly over Greenland, closing the coast to all foreign access. This monopoly lasted until 1950. Danish missionaries gradually converted the Inuit population to Christianity over more than 2 centuries, with the...
I don't know why, but I'm looking at this thing back here and I instantly thought this was a kangaroo. I was like, oh man, they already got the offer. They already got the kangaroo. Oh no, it's dogs. Because that one legit looks like a kangaroo. Hey, look at this. What's this deer doing? Why do they all look like kangaroos?
last baptisms occurring in remote areas of Greenland as late as 1934. Traditional Inuit practices like drum dances and shamanic rituals faded through this period. Greenland remained a Danish colony until 1953, when it was incorporated into Denmark as a county. In 1979, Greenland achieved home rule, gaining control over most domestic affairs, while Denmark retained control over foreign policy and defense. In 2009, the Self-Government Act took effect, making Greenlandic the sole official language and recognizing Greenlanders' right to self-determination. Despite this increasing autonomy, Greenland remains part of the Kingdom of Denmark. During the 1950s and 1960s, the Danish population in Greenland surged as Denmark sent workers for infrastructure, healthcare, and education. Today, approximately 4,000 ethnic Danes live in Greenland, concentrated in Nuuk and larger towns. They fill roles as doctors and nurses, teachers particularly at the upper secondary level, and administrators, engineers, and technical specialists around various sectors. Danish belongs to the North Germanic branch of the Indo-European language family, closely related to Norwegian and Swedish. It uses 29 letters in the Latin alphabet, including 3 additional vowels at the end, the ones that I don't dare pronounce. Despite
The ones I don't dare pronounce.
losing official status in 2009, Danish continues playing a significant role in Greenland's institutions and professional life. Danish remains dominant in professional sectors because specialized training occurs in that language.
I love how he even marks out the ones he doesn't dare to pronounce. These are the forbidden letters. Thou shalt not be pronounced. Oh, thou will bring upon thee the wrath of the northern gods.
The healthcare system operates largely in Danish. Courts use Danish extensively. Government administration runs substantially in Danish despite Greenlandic's official status. Professional terminology in medicine, law, and technology often exists only in Danish. The media operates bilingually. Greenland's national broadcaster produces programming in both languages. Newspapers publish in both Greenlandic and Danish. This creates a reality where Greenlandic is the sole official language and the language of daily life for most Greenlanders, while Danish remains essential for higher education, specialized healthcare, legal matters, and professional advancement.
I'm gonna be honest, okay? Just, if I go back one sec. Looking at, like, this might be a nice place to visit, but it kind of looks sad. There's no trees, nothing. It's just houses on a rock with a mountain in the background. It's just frozen. Dear God, this does not look like a very nice place to live. I'm being honest, okay? And I can't say much as an Australian because, you know, most of Australia is pretty barren, but still. I would go insane with no greenery. I'm not sure how our kangaroos are going to go there. Oh, they just need grass. I'll be fine.
USA var snart 40 år eller sådan noget, ikke?
Og jeg flyttede til USA i 1980, så det er 37 år siden.
Og du er stadig dansk pas, hvilket betyder, at du er så dansk statsborger.
Jeg er dansk statsborger.
Ja.
Kun dansk statsborger.
Men nu har du boet her næsten 40 år. Altså, og dit liv er jo her, dine børn er her, din kone er her og alle de her ting. Hvorfor er det, du bliver ved med at holde fast i det danske?
Hvis du er dansk, så er du altid dansk. Altså, det er jo ikke noget, du tjekker ud af på den måde. Det er jo ikke noget, du...
Thanos snap.
We have covered Greenland's Inuit majority and the Danish minority. That leaves the final 2,400 residents, foreign nationals who hold citizenship from countries outside Denmark. The Philippines accounts for the largest group with 1,110 people.
66 Chinese people managed to get there. They're almost as bad as the Filipinos by the looks of it.
This means Filipinos make up around 2% of Greenland's total population, nearly half of all foreign nationals. Thailand follows with 399 residents, then Sri Lanka with 118. These three Asian countries alone represent over 2/3 of Greenland's foreign national population.
Which is crazy because they come from literally the equator, or close to it in some of these instances, and they're all like, let's go to the frozen wastelands of the north. That seems like a nice place to hang out. It kind of reminds me of when I was growing up, and I grew up in Queensland, which is fucking hot, okay guys? And one day, my parents were watching a TV show about Tasmania. And Tasmania was this place, it's an island, okay, right down to the south of Australia, and it's cold there, and it was hot. And we're watching this, my dad's like, we're moving to Tasmania. My mum looked at him and went, okay, and we did. We ended up moving to Tasmania.
The pattern reflects Greenland's fishing industry. Fish processing accounts for over 90% of Greenland's exports. Royal Greenland, the state-owned fishing company, operates 38 processing plants along Greenland's west coast. These plants face chronic labor shortages, especially during the peak season from April to October, when cod and halibut fishing hits its height. Royal Greenland began recruiting foreign workers in 2017. The program started in China.
You know, there is more Esperanto speakers than there is speakers of Greenlandic, or even the entire population. Guys, maybe we need another offer from the Esperanto speakers, yeah! Finally get our nation!
And expanded to the Philippines and other countries. Many workers arrived through chain migration, following friends or relatives who had already made the move. Beyond fish processing, Greenland also attracts workers from Nordic and European countries. Icelanders number 113, Poles 80, Swedes 79, Norwegians 65, and Germans 54. These workers fill roles across various sectors, from healthcare and education to construction.
Wait. How many Americans are there, though? That's what I want to know.
And technical services. This foreign national population brings significant linguistic diversity to Greenland.
Bruh, look at that. There's not one tree. Not one. The best you get is a bush over here to the right, which is about knee height. Actually, maybe it's a little bit higher than that. But like, oh my god. I wonder if they like look at the tree in a book and be like, wow, that's really different. We don't have those.
The Tagalog language arrives with the Filipino community. Thai speakers form the second largest Asian language group. Sri Lankans contribute Sinhala and Tamil. Polish, Icelandic, Swedish, Norwegian, Mandarin, and German add to the mix. In total, residents of Greenland speak languages from over 40 countries, ranging from major world languages to those represented by single individuals from places like Afghanistan, Somalia, and Lebanon.
This is one dude from Afghanistan. He's like, not sure how I ended up here, but I like it. It's cold. And obviously no war.
English often serves as a common language among different foreign national groups working in the same facilities. Greenland has been in the headlines, but behind those headlines lies a human reality rarely discussed. This island of 56,000 people contains three distinct groups. 50,000 Inuit speaking Kalaallisut and its endangered dialects, 4,000 Danes whose language still dominates healthcare, education and government despite losing official status, and 2,400 foreign nationals from over 40 countries speaking dozens of languages from Tagalog to Polish to Sinhala. The world's largest island, one of Earth's most remote places, holds more linguistic and cultural diversity than most would expect. These are the people of Greenland. Thanks for watching, and
okay, cool. Yeah, it wasn't too bad of a video. The offer is still on the table from the Australians. 2 kangaroos per citizen, and you get Perth. You can have that so you can travel to somewhere that's warm and it's got trees, because I know trees is a big thing. Most people like trees. I'm sure you guys will love trees. Trust me, they're amazing. They're big, they're tall, they're green. Sometimes they're brown, depends on the weather, but yeah, you'll get the trees and the kangaroos in Perth. And I'll speak with my Esperanto buddies and we'll whip something out, and you never know. You never know. Anyway, if you guys have enjoyed this video and want to help me colonize Greenland as part of the Esperanto Umrada, is that even how you say the word? Umrada? No, it's not. It's Armada.
Armada.
Armada. Yeah, as part of the Esperanto Armada. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Make sure you sub to the channel and I'll see you all in the next video. And if you're not there, no kangaroo for you.